How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I decided to do something a little different. I decided to do like you and throw on some slacks in a shirt. So I'm normally wearing tennis shoes. Now you making me step a game
I
up.
wanted to wear some tennis shoes. I wanted to be comfortable. I need to start doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause I've been comfortable. You over there, like I said, man, the folks gonna look at me like, man, he a little slob over there. So let me
look.
turn it up just a little bit, a little notch.
So we have a, I don't know some companies, but we got a jeans policy where we can wear jeans, and
Yeah,
sometimes you need to look at the policy
yeah,
and not, you don't have to follow that
that
policy,
that's true. That's
right?
true.
You don't have to wear jeans because jeans are sometimes not becoming to everybody,
That's that's true. That's
right?
true.
You should
Yeah.
wear what's becoming to
You
you
gotta
or
always come to what's
so
comfortable. Because sometimes that's that might be what's comfortable for you.
yes,
Man, what's
yes.
what's 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 comfortable when it comes to socks, y'all. This the king right here.
I got a lot of socks,
He
bro.
got a lot of socks. That's the sock king right there. His sock game is on point.
Got a
But
lot of
but
socks, bro.
we both working. It's software and tech. Man, every time I turn on YouTube. Not turn on it because it ain't TV. Well, I was born in the
You can
'70s.
turn the TV
Yeah,
on
well,
and
yeah,
go on
well, yeah,
YouTube,
you
on
sure.
the Roku.
That's right, on the Roku or whatever smart TV you got. You
Yeah,
sure can
yeah.
turn on. That's true. I do that too. And so, when I go on YouTube, I'm seeing all these videos. People saying that AI taking the
There it
jobs, or
is.
people saying don't go into programming. Don't be a programmer because programmers are gonna become obsolete.
AI taking over.
AI to AI. It's
And
that according to some folks, AI taking over.
all of the guys I know that's in tech, that everybody, AI it ain't what you think it is.
It ain't what you think it is. No, it ain't.
And I don't know, top level person I know, everybody's getting pressure to push AI out somewhere because they don't want to
Mhm,
be left behind
mhm.
and not using AI in the company.
Right. Okay, we're gonna talk about
Yeah.
AI.
We got another guest back.
Yeah, back.
We didn't run him back. We didn't run him off.
No, we didn't run them off. We thought it was a good guess. Then we should bring him back.
Mr. Phillips, how you doing, sir? Randall Phillips.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing great. What?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. What's been going on have you won any championships lately?
I don't know. Are we in the Matrix or not?
Hold on, you lightweight today? Hold on, where are your buttons at? He got like 3 buttons today. And the last time he had a whole
Yeah,
thing.
he was ready. He was ready for war.
Did we catch him? Did we catch him in the middle of getting dressed when he get a chance to put him on? I hope you're enjoying this show. Whenever you get an opportunity, get a chance, check out my website at www.notablebit.com. You'll find some good information there. But whatever platform you're listening on, please feel free to leave a review. You can also communicate with us on Instagram at notablebit. Now back to the show. So is AI taking jobs or not?
That's our new buzzword.
No, it's not taking jobs. Just like the kiosks and these fast food restaurants not taking jobs.
Thank you. Right. Yeah, because who gonna make the
I
burgers?
installed those kiosks. So how's AI taking over my job?
They can't. They can't. Somebody got to drop them fries. You need an actual live person to drop them fries.
Not necessarily.
Remember, he the robot
There is
man.
a McDonald's in Fort Worth that's all automated. Only people that work there is a manager and an assistant manager.
Because he gonna
You
program
know,
the
right.
robot.
You show right. That well. Point taken. Touche. Touche.
But somebody got to put that robot together.
Somebody
There
got to
you go. That's what
somebody
I'm
got to
talking
maintain
about.
it. Somebody got to maintain it.
Somebody got to maintain the matrix.
To
Yep.
maintain the
Somebody
main.
got to maintain the metrics. Yep.
Man, I tell you about AI. So what I'm scared about is so we got all these different language models, right?
Yeah.
ChatGPT, that's one people
Mhm.
understand. You got DeepSeek, that's one of
DeepSeek,
the new ones. Um
Well,
I'm
China just came out of one. They came out with another one.
They
New
got
one.
another one?
It's supposed to be better than DeepSeek. I can't think of the name
How
of
you
it.
gonna do that fast?
It just in the last couple of days.
Ooh.
Yeah, another one's supposed to be better than DeepSeek. But okay, I ain't mean to cut you off.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no. So I've seen a trend where, a lot of developers, the new developers, they don't know. They necessarily don't know how to write the code.
Right.
Because when we started, right, we just had to start writing and compile it, see if it works.
Right.
Right. Well, they're going into these language models. They're typing in what the problem is and saying, "Hey, can you give me Python code for that?"
Yep.
Now I'll tell you the problem I see with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoever is building this language model, is theoretically that you could actually put in some malicious code.
You can't put it in malicious code,
You
right?
can put malicious code in what pops out, and this developer, they just copy and pasting and putting it into a production system.
Right. But and then that's one problem.
Yeah.
But what about understanding the code, understanding how it works?
That's what exactly.
And then what about bug fixes, maintaining the code?
Right.
Something breaks, something breaks,
You
something
don't
happens. You
understand
don't
what
understand
happened.
it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, because I've used Microsoft Copilot.
Yep.
Because now you get it built into that's built into the IDE.
Yep.
And you just
It's cool. I like
you
it.
connect your GitHub account.
Yep.
And so, and you can you prompt it whatever the questions and stuff. But the thing what I'm finding out is, I mean, though it's smart. I'm using the word smart loosely because basically, like I said, it's a large language model. It's pulling data down. It don't always give you the correct answer.
Bingo.
And you got to keep on going back and forth with it to get the right answer.
Bingo. And you don't, and if you don't understand what you're writing,
yeah,
you don't know if it's giving you the correct answer.
Right. Exactly.
You got to go. It goes back to the basics.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's the thing that scares me. When I was researching artificial intelligence, there was a term that came up called auto programming. So where you're talking about inside those models, they've already been talking about in the 70s, where a programming environment writes code and debugs it itself and fixes itself and re-put new versions out itself. That's what I'm afraid of, that auto programming environment doing all of that.
It's learning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and theoretically or technically, I mean, you can get to that point, but you got all these edge cases and features and function that users want and need
Yes.
for their applications, and you're just not gonna be able to get that full service from an AI.
You can't. No. I got real life situations where, you have the leadership of the company asking for AI. Just, can we use AI? Well, you got to have a foundation.
Yeah, and a reason. Why do you want to use it? Because it's the new thing?
Exactly. What questions are we trying to answer?
Yeah.
What problems are we trying to solve?
Yeah.
And if we're not trying to get there, then why are we just implementing this, spending all this money trying to implement AI? What's the end game?
Right. Yeah. What's the end game? Right. Yeah. Because the one thing I learned, like systems, we build systems. Sometimes they're strong. Now there's systems out there. There's some old systems that's out there still running on old tech. We've all seen tech that's something still running on the AS400 and something. They got some systems built in COBOL. If a system is proficient and efficient and it's doing or solving the problem it's supposed to solve, if there's no real benefit to introducing a new technology piece or layer or whatever you want to do for that system, then there's no reason to rebuild to introduce it.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
But I understand now. If you're trying to add some new functionality or you trying to do some things that those old systems probably weren't built to do, something that's more modern, then then you can start exploring like different technologies and new technologies.
I agree.
But just for the sake of let's use AI because everybody uses AI, so I want to say we use AI too.
I don't know a developer that wants to mess with code that's running.
especially something that's got tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of lines of code in it.
Now you want me to go mess with it? Brian face, like, bro, I don't want.
Look, it's working.
It's working.
It ain't broke. Okay. Now, if you want to build a new module and we can inject it some kind of way,
Yes.
okay, that's fine. But I don't want to do no rewrites. Rewrites I don't want something.
Woo. Randall, you
I've
ever
been on.
had that
No, I,
problem where
I
you had a
enjoy.
robot that's working? You had a robot that's working, and you need to redo it for no reason?
Only if it crashed and the
It's a-
BIOS had to be reloaded.
Right.
Otherwise, no.
right, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you guys are talking about rewrites. When I worked for Kraft Food Ingredients as a programmer, he gave me this program with a lot of fat code in it. I don't know if anybody know that term, but whoever wrote this program before me, I saw evidence of 5 people in this one program.
Oh man. Everybody
I
left their
mean, just
footprint.
looking at it, I could tell it was 5 different methods of programming in it.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
went back to the manager. I said, "Listen, this whole program needs a rewrite. Can
Right.
I rewrite it?" He said, "Yeah." Because I saw a bunch of duplicates. The names were changed to preserve the innocent.
See,
So
see, now
so
that's a
I went
reason.
so I went in there and found that since he was repeating, I just made it a call. I made one routine a call and changed variables. That's what fixed it. I made that program 5 times smaller and it ran more effectively the way I rewrote it.
See, that is a valid reason
Refactor. Yep.
for a
Or
rewrite or
yep.
refactoring. That's a very valid reason. But just for the sake of doing it, like, oh, they got this new framework out. Okay, let's rewrite everything.
Man.
I saw a statement that Mark Zuckerberg wrote. He said it in a podcast that the AI will eventually could replace mid level developers.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, now I don't know all the extent of of the whole interview, but I've seen little excerpts of it floating around the web. I mean, the producers just reminded me of that, but have seen that.
Wow.
So, but but Mark Zuckerberg said it, so it must be true because
Must
it
be
must be
true.
if Mark said it.
He
Yeah.
must be watching too much of our robot. I'm serious, cause
Yeah,
cause they use an old modem company as the main name in the movie. Remember US Robotics?
Yes.
They
yeah,
made modems.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was the main company over robots.
yeah,
you're
yeah,
right. You're
yeah. I
right.
remember that.
They used to have some hardware from
So
US
you'd have to
Robotics.
go through
Yep.
a generations and generations of auto programming to get to where he's talking about.
You
So that
do.
wouldn't even be in our lifetime.
It won't be in our lifetime. We are not there. We're not there. And also, and so because of statements like that, you got the people who've been watching our robot and movies like that. They think, man, AI gonna become sentient. It's gonna become self aware, and it's gonna take over.
Don't take over.
Not if we use those 3 rules from the movie.
From the movie. Come on, bruh.
Yeah,
What's the three
seriously, if
rules?
we don't follow the 3 rules, we're gonna be in trouble.
What's
We
the
can't just
what?
let AI run rampant all over the web.
Oh, here we go.
That's what the 3 rules do. They control the robots as well as the program.
I know one of them is don't kill a human. No
There
bodily
you go.
harm to a human or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go watch that movie again.
Yeah, we're talking about generational stuff. I looked up one of the programming languages I used when we was talking about AI programming.
Okay.
It was considered 5th generation programming.
What language
And
was
the
that?
program language I was playing with was called Prolog. Anybody know what
Oh
Prolog
yeah,
stands for?
Prolog. I've heard of Prolog. I remember. I never programmed the
It,
Prolog, but I know I've heard
yeah,
of
it was
Prolog. Yeah.
called Programming in Logic is the full name. You can write AI with that language.
That's old language. That's back.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you old language. I programmed it. I was a junior programmer.
What?
I worked for this financial company, and that was we were writing Rex scripts.
What?
Rex.
Man,
It's a scripting language.
see y'all some real developers. I play a developer on TV. Y'all real programmers.
Hey, Major, did you know you can only write 10 lines of code in Fortran?
What do you mean 10 lines?
That you
It
only
was
wanted to.
limited to 10 lines. Your
Wow.
program was a nested field of subroutines.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
It to me it's just as complicated as COBOL because if you're in the wrong column in COBOL, you messed up.
Mm.
I almost got into COBOL.
I wasn't gonna
No,
do it.
I went. I didn't. It's not because it's not. It was not a want to.
Oh, you had push.
I was applying for this company.
Yeah.
And, but they had their own COBOL compiler they built their house.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, so they had their own version of COBOL, and so and I made it to like the fifth interview and didn't get the job.
Because you wasn't a co didn't you
It's not
never
it's
wrote
not
in
because I
COBOL?
won a COBOL program. I don't know why I didn't get the job, but
Oh,
I made it to the fifth interview. But yeah, and so
that's a lot of levels of interviews,
there's a
man.
lot of them to not get the job.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah, 5 levels. That was years ago.
I don't think I've ever had 5 interviews, dog.
And that was back in like 2003, 4, something like 2005. That was back in 2005.
Yeah. I interviewed with Facebook. I got to level 4.
Yeah.
4 on Facebook, and then Zuckerberg shut it down. He
He
said,
shut
"Oh,
it
yeah,
down.
we ain't hiring
Oh
nobody. We
yeah.
need."
Probably hired. They probably pulled your position because of AI. The recruiter they probably hired AI to replace the recruiter. So no, AI been go way back. They been doing AI for long. That's probably
Now,
what happened to
now,
my job. They probably hired AI to do their job too. So
that's the part of
Wow.
AI I don't like. They using AI to sort through resumes. That's the part I hate.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that
I
either.
get
yeah, that's
knocked out every time.
that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That should be yeah, that should put that should be
You
considered.
gotta fight fire with fire, though.
Yeah, that's
So now you gotta use AI to
yeah,
create your resume.
yeah.
What else we need AI for?
I don't know.
We need to come up with some
Natural
uses.
language processing.
No, that's
Natural language processing.
okay.
Yep,
Yep.
natural language processing
Yep.
is a part of AI.
It is.
And basically it's saying, can it understand the language that you're speaking?
Yep. Yep. They do. Yep. Because you got these apps now. I think that's pretty cool. Because you got those apps now where you can speak it to your phone
Yep.
and then it translate.
I've also used some of those apps in South America where
Yeah.
it's mainly Spanish speaking countries.
Hmm. Yep.
And yeah, they help translate really well. It's a little awkward, but
Yeah.
they're getting better.
They're getting better.
No,
So
for sure.
so folks, we don't hate AI.
No, no, no.
Because it's useful.
When it's applied
When
Right.
to
it's
the right,
right. Look, it's also comic relief too. Those some of these devices. You know, my wife drives a Mercedes.
yeah,
You know, Mercedes got that
y'all
they
got that cheese.
yeah, so well we work at IT. so so um my so you just say, hey Mercedes, you know, you can do
Oh, for
things like
real?
yeah. So one day we drive me and my wife riding. I said, hey Mercedes, do you love me? And Mercedes responded back, said, was it love at first ride?
Oh boy, I love that. I need to get me one of them things. Chevrolet don't do that.
See though, yeah, you gotta come up a little bit, man.
Yeah, I
You
still got a
come.
key. I don't push no button.
You still got a physical key.
Yeah, I got a key, man. I'm sorry. I remember you being one of the first people with. Okay, you've always been in technology, but now we all got our smartwatch. Everybody in IT got smartwatches. This dude, I ain't never seen him without the calculator watch.
Oh, remember the calculator watches?
This man had where the calculator watches at, Randall?
Oh, I remember them.
It's on my smartwatch.
Yeah. I remember the
It's on the
calculator watches.
smartwatch.
Yeah.
This man had calculator watches, play games on it way before.
Way before.
Were they expensive, Randall?
Actually, no. The first one I bought I bought it used off of a guy.
Okay.
And then I started saving up for the rest of them. And they weren't really that expensive. I mean, this thing here is the one that's expensive.
Oh yeah, this one is expensive. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want the new one.
Oh boy.
So you just been ahead of the game. Just been ahead
Man.
of the game.
Calculator watches and everything. I was like, man, I don't know how to use that thing.
I remember the calculator watches. I don't think I ever had one, but I remember them.
Could you cheat in school?
I
used to cheat. Look. I used to cheat in school.
If you probably could if you had the I can't say with the right teacher or the wrong teacher. If you had a teacher that probably wasn't paying attention.
So I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. So we had the TI 82, 83,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah,
calculator.
yeah.
You could program it.
Yeah, you can't program those.
You could put your notes inside of the calculator. And I guess we figured it out, but the teacher they wasn't on that level yet.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, you can come and take the test and all you have is your calculator. Gotcha. Thank you. I got everything in my calculator.
See, I was a good kid.
Oh, come on.
No, I probably cheated some too.
I'm walking out of class. People like, hey man, can I use your calculator since you through? Yeah, man, here go the calculator. Oh yeah, I got all of them now. It's all right. Got a little bit to get ahead.
Well,
I guess I learned how to program a calculator.
I mean, hey, you learn how to program it. See, so it was beneficial. So
I
cheating,
use technology for evil.
but it brought you a career.
It did.
It brought you a career.
Yes, it did.
If it wasn't for the cheating,
was it cheating though? It gave me
it was utilizing technology.
They gave me the rules of the game.
Yeah, so
and I just utilized the rules of the game to my advantage.
So yeah, it's not cheating. It's resourceful.
Exactly.
Randall, he like, nah, man, that's cheating.
That's cheating. Is it cheating if you don't get caught?
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a sound? I don't know.
Yes, it does. You just can't hear it.
So it's cheating.
These are things that make you say,
I guess the most I've cheated is when I couldn't have the formula, and I did like major. I hit it in the calculator.
Bam. See that? Same thing.
Yeah. See, I hope you're enjoying the show. And whatever podcasting platform you're listening on, please feel free to leave a review. And if you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe. Now back to the show.
I still blow people's mind about this one algorithm I like, the square root algorithm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, let's take an even square root. Like, what's the square root of 9? Can you remember that?
3.
Yep.
Yeah, 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The algorithm to that is that you take the 9 and you subtract all the odd integers from it, and then when you get to 0 or close to 0, you add up how many times you count how many times you subtracted.
Wow.
So it should come up to 3.
This man wrote, I didn't know you could write a program to do. I guess you, wow, okay.
It's an algorithm. You use an algorithm as a sub part of a program.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
AI,
clever.
by the way.
That's AI. That's AI.
Actually, that's not AI. That's
the beginning. I'm just saying that's
the
beginnings of AI.
Yeah. It's the roots.
The success of AI is dependent upon the amount of data in time in processing and the learning, the machine learning,
machine learning. Yep.
And sometimes that's how it's processed.
And how it's processed.
Because if you're processing sound, you have to process it a different way than you do ones and zeros and in characters.
Because now with AI, somebody can call. I think we may have talked about this before. Somebody can call you right now in your voice, and it sounds just like you, talk like you, and all that. And that's some processing sound.
That's processing and reprocessing because it had to go and capture Major's voice.
Yep.
As much as possible and sample it, and then you type some words or you say some words, and it has to now sound like Major.
Yep.
So it takes them pictures and everything, them digital footprint.
And they doing that with video now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, so on the non-technical side of it, on the fun side or social side of AI, it's getting kind of ridiculous because some of the videos that these people making, it's so, and some of it getting so good, you like, okay, I think that's AI.
I seen one clip, I think on Instagram. It was like LeBron James after a game, was talking cash money mess
Yeah.
to about another team or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't him.
It wasn't
But it
him.
sounded like
It
him.
sound like him. It looked like
Mouth
him.
moving
Yeah.
just the same.
Yeah.
And you go, come on, man.
That's what I'm
AI.
saying. So, for most people ain't gonna don't look at stuff and process and say, "Oh, that's AI,"
They
or
just
"That's not real." They just see it
they
and,
just take
"Oh
it.
man, you see what LeBron said?"
Yeah.
Right, look.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the part I say is getting ridiculous because people you put something out there, and a majority of the people out there they just take it at face value.
Yeah. They got it. We need everybody to slow down.
Yeah,
Think about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's lawsuits coming out about that stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's like, man, come
You
on
can't
now.
use my image without my permission.
Exactly.
I've also heard, and I might maybe I got a little bit of this wrong. These animation cartoons,
Mhm.
instead of voice actors, they're using AI voices.
I just read that.
Yep.
Interesting.
I
I
just
mean-
They ain't
read
got to hire
that.
nobody. But that's putting voice actors out
That's
of work.
putting voices out of work.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's why the music industry is fighting generating music.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
these algorithms that figure out how do I make a hit song, and it generates it.
Right. Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it in one of our episodes.
Yeah, with Benny Smith. We all from Memphis.
Right.
Memphis is known for the blues.
Mm-hmm.
You think AI can do the blues? Because blues is here, man. The blues is here.
Yeah.
AI can't.
You can't. No, you ain't. No.
You gonna imitate BB King?
No. Because AI girlfriend ain't left him, and
Right. How you gonna put that feeling into this
Like I
AI,
said,
man?
that feeling in it from AI.
Right, man.
no, no.
It don't sound the same.
It don't
If
sound.
if
It
the
don't sound the
feeling
same.
ain't there.
Right. AI can't read Jack Daniels and all that.
Right.
So because gotta have some Tennessee whiskey, some Jack Daniels, or
Man, if
some
somebody
Hennessy.
came out with some blues that was AI, I think,
AI.
yeah, I think Memphis gonna revoke.
So could you have an AI? So could you have an AI DJ, an AI disc jockey,
Oh,
radio personality, AI radio personality? What would that be like?
so you mean I got to program AI to DJ?
Play the song, do the talking in between the song. Yeah, just a
You
radio.
probably can, because I'm trying to work on something like that.
But no. Wait a minute. I'm talking about mixing different songs together.
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
talking about
I'm
DJ?
talking about DJ
Yeah,
DJing.
DJ. Okay, I was
That
talking
that
about
type
radio
of DJ.
personality.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't think so.
I
Not
don't
on
know
that. If it's a regular DJ, yeah, but
Yeah.
not
Like a DJ on the
mixing
radio.
DJ, no.
You could probably figure
I
it out.
mean,
But I'm talking about like a DJ putting
mean-
beats together and going between them. And
you probably could have a AI
man, that'd be
DJ.
Man, that'd be something serious.
Yeah, it'd be something. But they not gonna have. But
That's gonna
DJ,
be hard to imitate a mixologist like that.
It is because because the mixologist one, they gonna carry like a party. They gonna
That's
carry.
what I'm saying.
They gonna carry because they feel it. Yeah, because you gotta
Feel
connect with the people.
You gotta connect with them.
Yeah, so you ain't gonna have no proficient
Right.
AI DJ mixologist.
No.
Wow.
But you can have a technical AI mixologist.
So if you can write a program that would actually use AI to feed off the crowd and sell that application to party event planners and say, okay, we got you. It's gonna be a different mix every time based on what your crowd is feeling. Man, you be me. You be
I might get in trouble for this, but Gen Z is a probably buy it.
Who?
Hey, if y'all start working on that, I want dibs.
We getting in on that. I don't know how to write it. We're gonna have to find somebody.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, but how good it will be?
I mean, you'd have to get all those sensors to sense the crowd and sense. It's gonna be really complex, but you gotta use cameras. You gotta use
cameras.
Man,
right?
you got facial expression.
Yes, you gotta use all that.
The vibe that's going on. I mean,
It would be
it's
expensive.
a lot of things gotta go
It's gonna
on.
be expensive.
So something like that, a product like that wouldn't be sold to the general public.
No.
A product that would be sold to like clubs and nightclubs and stuff like that. A nightclub that don't have to hire
A
the mix out.
DJ
So now I got a DJ that don't never get tired
never get tired
and it's always available.
and can sense the crowd.
Yeah. So yeah, nightclub owners would love that.
Hey man, we need this was our idea, internet. We need a little if somebody come up with it, I'm trademark. Yeah, this is
trademark
me.
it.
We came
Yeah.
with this first. Want this. Woo, that's some money
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
how
I'm glad
much
I
already-
came up with it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Yeah. Man, that was your
So
idea.
I'm just making sure there's known that I came up with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to come up with a name for it.
Yeah, we do need to come up with a
Yeah.
name, but yeah, let me see. What can we? We got Randall with the bots. We can get bots with cameras on them.
Hey, Randall, if we came up with the software to take care of that, could you come up with a robot, life size, that spinning records, just doing the thing?
Hey, it's possible.
Hey,
It really is.
Yeah, so that's no
put a hat
saying.
on the back, put it, yeah.
Yeah,
Hat
there
on
you
the
go.
robot, he over there doing his
Hey,
thing.
I've seen those humanoid robots that the Japanese are putting out. Yeah, we can get
Yes.
one.
And they look they lifelike.
DJ such and such.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is what a brainstorming session looks
Yeah.
like. This how you do it.
Yeah.
You
A
just
live-
throw something out there.
On air brainstorming session.
Sure did.
Yeah, all the lurkers out there. Stay away from this idea.
We gonna patent it and do something with it.
AI got its place.
Got his play.
It's not the answer to everything. We don't hate it. We
We want to embrace it.
We embrace it, but just don't fear it.
It's a tool.
It's a tool. It's nothing
Yeah,
to be
it's a
feared.
tool.
Some parts of it is rebranded. Actually, it's something rebranded that's been around for decades already.
That's all it is.
It ain't new.
Nope.
Just how it's being
It's
introduced
certainly
to
not
people.
new.
Right.
Yeah, when I researched AI, it started back in the 30s.
That's almost 100 years.
That's a long time,
That's
man.
95 years.
Yeah, we coming up on 100. That's 95 years ago. Woo,
Yep.
man. Okay.
Now that's a new one for. I didn't know it went back that far. Oh wow.
Well, Randall, look, we appreciate you coming out again and hanging out with us, keeping us up to date on robotics, AI, and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you mind if we reach out to you again?
Oh, I don't mind anytime.
All right. So with that, we sign out. We notable. We black and tech, and now we DJs.
AI, we DJ. AI DJ. Yeah.
Peace.